So back during 2022, May of 2022 to be more exact, I ended up graduating high school. And I went deep into a deep isolation mode, and that more so went into a monk mode because, yeah, my high school life was completely not the way I wanted to go. Even though I did have amazing friendships, I had amazing friends there, had a lot of good friends there. Unfortunately, had to cut some off because they were just going down the wrong path. A lot of them were going down the street path. I my high school and where I'm currently at right now is in the hood, and a lot of those friends were going down wrong paths, and I did not want to go down that path myself because, yeah, I knew that getting involved with the streets, it's so pointless, and it has a limit. And if you end up excelling, if it's through rap, if it's through doing extracurricular activities, you could go ahead and become better. But a lot of people have bad influences, chasing, doing it for the girls, right? You know how to be a high school. A lot of guys act hard for girls and have this fake, unauthentic value about themselves, and that they try to act like a gangster, but they're more so a wankster. And I did the same too, right? Listening to music, really like street rap music in my area. Um, there's a lot of popular rappers that came out where I'm from in my section. I'm in California, by the way, Northern California. So yeah, Bay Area. So um, a lot, a lot of rap there, and a lot of unauthentic ways. So I graduated high school. I missed out opportunities with girls that I liked. Uh, Crazy enough, my senior year, I was very, very shy. I was becoming way more insecure about myself. I was starting to go down that self-improvement path, more so around April, March of my senior year. And I became more insecure about myself. I didn't ask out the girls that I liked, and I had a lot of interest from girls in my senior year. A lot of interest from girls. Um, I believe I could have graduated high school with, well, 5+ body count if I really wanted to. But you know, me already, I'm still a virgin, and all that stuff is practically pointless. And I'm glad I did not go down that path. But I still had huge regrets during my quote unquote gap year because my I did my I graduated May of 2022, went all the way to 2023, August of 2023, and that's when I went to college, more so a community college, and I'm still there currently. And during that year, I was just thinking about the girl that gave me a lot of attention. She was someone who really showed signs of liking me. She was like, like physical, like touching me, like I never experienced that before with a girl, right? She had like, her arm like right next to my arm. I could feel her warmth. She's standing next to me. I had no idea what she was trying to do. And I remember the first day, like we had that class together. We gave each other like weird eye contact. I looked at her, she looked away. We had like that word like eye contact, and that's where I got her at. And at first, I didn't really find her to be that more so attractive, but later down the line, the attention she gave me was attention no other girl gave me, and I liked that, and I liked that validation, and yeah, I started to like her. But during that time, man, just more so, that's when the red pill, the black pill, the manosphere space was really popping off, and it sucks being just isolated from life. I had like zero social life. I later got a gym membership and started going to the gym. Um, and yeah, that's my only time I get it outside until I got back to school, which is a huge thing for me, for a huge benefit for me socially, even though some self-improvement guys go ahead and disagree that school is pointless, even though I get free since it's community college. But the social aspect of it is just is I wouldn't, I don't know where I'd be at if I didn't have that social aspect of school. And it sucks being at home behind your computer screen watching a crap ton of self-improvement videos, watching all these on how to improve your dating, how to become a Chad, like those words, Chad, Tyrone, look maxing, mewing. Like we don't realize how much of a huge like impact, a huge, how much um the incel like space has expanded, and it's majority online, man. It's and of course, if they're chronically online, it's inevitable for them to go ahead and spread. Like people are using words like casually, like mogged. Like that's just a common like gym definition. It sucks that you try to go ahead and improve your life, and you don't really need that much help when it comes to like you just need a little bit of guidance when it comes to improving your life, but we overdo it, right? Especially for especially if you're deprived. Um, Let me show you. There's a fire. There's a huge fire going on over here. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, huge fire going on over there. But so many guys are just deprived, man, and so many guys are looking for answers, and the pandemic has a huge factor on that. When we don't really realize that it has a huge factor on us socially. And if you think about those terms, which should still be left back during that time, because it's a whole different era. We're still stuck in the pandemic era a little bit, and by that, still really overemphasizing on looks, because we are all isolated, man. Like online dating apps, man. If you rely on online dating apps, if you're chronically addicted to smacking your stuff on the sites, those are your only, that's your only input into some women. And if that's your only input into some woman, into the real world, and you're completely just like isolated, maybe you just go to the gym, maybe you just go to your job, go your gym, come home, and you're someone, maybe you're just like me, who doesn't want to go ahead and meet girls at the club, who doesn't want to go ahead and meet these low quality girls, man, these girls that have like, that actually put that fear of you actually getting cheated on. And that's something too that is really huge, man. And there's so much rage bait on the internet, and we constantly feed it, and we constantly consume it too, right? We get feeded it, and we consume it. And especially the comments, and the comments are really something that really like beats it into you, because that is like your community, that is like your tribe, and you're hearing all these people saying all these things, right? You go into it, some like random Reddit feed, you see some guy say, yeah, I'm 6'3", I'm jacked, and I can't, like, I'm only attracting like obese girls. Like you honestly, you read, like, you consume that junk, you read the comments, and you say, man, like, it's fucked. And that is just not the way to go ahead and live life, man. It sucks like having your whole entire perception on women ruined. It sucks having zero experience with girls and being stuck at home because that's what feels comfortable. And that doesn't really feel comfortable as well. And we get tired of it, man. And it just creates so much negative and frustration emotions that we should not be dealing with. And if a lot of us just like honestly, man, you don't even need, like, of course, get into the gym, get in shape. That's something that's a self-improvement side of me telling you to go ahead and do that. But man, you just need a healthy social life. You just need to get out there and get social. You need to be okay with a little bit social rejection. You need to be okay if you say what's up to someone and they don't see you or whatever it is. You need to be okay with that. It feels good to be social, man. It feels good to be out there talking to people. It feels good just chopping it up with people and being locked in, just being stuck at your house, playing video games, being off of the sites, going on online dating apps. And two, man, a common thing with people on online dating apps is that a common thing with people on online dating is the fire truck's coming for that fire over there. It's a lot, like you get to know some of the girls on there. You get to figure out some of the people on there. A lot of people have messed up mental health on these dating apps, and I don't think that's something that is really talked about. But that is something that needs to be talked about. Is that a lot of people have messed up mental health on these dating apps. Like, a lot of people have poor mental health. A lot of people are struggling with social anxiety. A lot of people are shy. A lot of people are still dealing with the things from the pandemic. And that, and we have to understand, you have to understand that we're in a new era, and a lot of the unauthentic red pill stuff, like, I like to think that the red pill, like, honestly copied, like, it's the same exact thing the dudes have been doing in the hood for years, like that alpha male persona. And I'll probably make a full video just on that. And it's really unauthentic, man. Like, we fake this persona to go ahead and get girls. Like, it's the same exact thing that happened, and like, I was trying to do in my high school. Like, I was faking to be hard, faking to be a little bit alpha, a little bit, even though I was shy and afraid to go ahead and talk to girls. Like, that's the thing that you do. And the red pill is more of a specific, more of a professional way of doing that, I guess. A more higher class way of doing that. And there's so much unauthenticity. We're still stuck in this pandemic terms, red pill, black pill, manosphere space, and we're no longer in that era right now. It's like in basketball with the Steph, like, when it's going from the LeBron era to the Steph Curry, from the 3-point, from the more so mid-range, get into the basket, back to the basket in the basketball terms, like that LeBron Heat era. Then 2014, 2015, 2015, 16 came around, and the Warriors completely transformed the league, and a lot of three-point shooting is starting to happen. That's the same exact thing that's happening right now. It's a transition into an era, and we're not really realizing that. And if you're still consuming content, rage bait content that is evolving, like, if you're still using terms, if you're still categorizing dudes as Chads, Tyrones, still using terms like look maxing, like, you don't need to look like. It's so crazy that we believed that we had to look like a male model to go ahead and be okay just to go ahead and have a simple girlfriend in today's day and age. It's crazy that we're comparing ourselves to male models to go ahead and have a success, like just a stereotypical normal life. Like you get a girlfriend. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy how much we fantasize, we fixate more so on this perfectionist kind of we having like these high standards for these girls, like these delusional standards, in that we only consume girls off the hub. Like you're only getting girls off your screens, and like the quality girls on the online dating apps are not the best as well. Like I can be honest on there, but if in person wise, there's a lot of really good, beautiful girls out there, man. There's a lot of opportunity out there for you, and you just gotta put yourself out there. But if you're stuck inside all day, which I was, man, like you start to believe that you have to be 6 foot or to go ahead and date. You believe you have to have status. You believe you have to have money, man. Like for me, I believed I need a status. I need all these things. I needed my YouTube channel to be popping off before I go ahead and ask out that crush that I had back during my senior year, the one that gave me the attention. I messaged her a year later. The messages went nowhere, and I pretty much got left on ghost. So, man, it was kind of embarrassing for me, man. But I'm glad I still did it. But the thing I had to do, man, was just talk to her. The only thing I had to do to her was ask her out then. That's all I had to do. That's all I had to do. But I fell down this stupid self-improvement like loophole trap of believing that I need status, money. I needed my looks to be looking way much more better. I needed all those things. And in reality, the only thing I needed was some balls. I just needed some balls to go ahead and talk to her. And that's probably what you need right now, bro. And the crazy thing is, a lot of dudes like to give input onto dating information, onto like what to do, like woman tendencies and all this inside these comment sections, especially in like the red pill, black pill space. And in reality, a lot of these are just afraid to go ahead and talk to these girls, man. A lot of people have like zero experience talking to these girls, and we're consuming their input. And even though this video could still be controversial to some people, but yeah, if you're still stuck in that era a little bit of believing that you need money, status, looks, that you need to be a certain height, you're putting those limitations on you. And if you're putting those limitations on you, it's like imagining me having like having weights chained down to me. That's what you're putting onto yourself. You're putting chains onto yourself. You're putting locks onto yourself. You're putting yourself inside of a box. And if you put yourself inside of that box, that's what you're going to end up projecting out into the world. And you have a control over that. And I put those limiting factors onto me, and that stopped me from getting girls, and that really stopped me from more overall being afraid to talk to girls, man. I've had multiple opportunities with girls. With a girl. Like for example, the one in my community college. I had an opportunity with her. I really liked her. She plays sports, athletic. She was my type, man. And the only thing I had to do to her was ask her out. But I didn't. I messaged her on some stupid Canvas app, and some other guy swooped her up. And if that happened, like especially talking like these internet terms of things, people will start blaming. Oh, she got taken. She went for the Chad. She went for this and that. That other guy looked better than you. You start making all these stupid excuses. Like, no, that wasn't a fact, man. The fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, I just need some bolts. And that's probably what you need as well, man. If you legitimately get that experience of talking to girls, you get rejected by multitudes of girls, I don't need to be hearing excuses about looks. Like, you still improve your money, bro. Still improve your hygiene, your grooming, your looks. But don't like over fantasize on it. If you put a huge importance and neediness on it, it just ruins your life. And that's why no one gets that's why no one gets the results that they should be getting going on self-improvement. That's why you've been on look maxing for years and you still haven't got any results, right? You're putting a huge importance over your looks. You become so insecure. It's hard to walk into a gym. It's hard to be social. It's hard to be social when you're so insecure. So it's hard to be social. You're comparing your height to dudes. It's so hard to be social. You're comparing your muscle size. It's so hard to be social when you feel incompetent. Like, you're putting all these limitations on yourself, bro. It's all you're doing, and those things are harming you. And the thing that you need at the end of the day is some bolts. Peace.